wish I could get into the frame a little bit better for scale. Here, let's see if I step down off the vehicle like this.
Okay, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Deep in the wilds of South Africa, the brave wilderness crew and I are embarking upon the adventure of a lifetime as we track one of Kariega Game Reserve's most iconic animals, the African elephant. After off-roading high up into the mountainous terrain, we came upon a small herd of rogue bulls and had a heart-racing encounter.
You stay, big boy. You stay.
Not only did I go face-to-face with a young, confident challenger, but we soon found ourselves smack in the middle of an elephant battle. The heart-racing scene that played out before us was one of the most incredible moments we have ever captured on camera.
Sweet.
Yet little did we know, there was still one more twist to this tale. The Kariega Game Reserve is a world-renowned wildlife sanctuary that spans over 10,000 hectares. And aside from its roaming pride of lions, the next greatest animal you can encounter are its elephants. One in specific, known as the Big Tusker, is an icon in his own right. Weighing an estimated 6 tons, you would probably think that this massive land giant would be rather simple to spot. Yet his elusive nature keeps him incredibly well hidden. We thought that the Big Tusker had completely eluded us. Yet just when we were ready to call it a day, he mysteriously materialized from the shadows of the underbrush.
Guys, we have found the Big Tusker. He's right here off the side of the road. This is him right here. Look at him coming out. Wow, look at the size of that elephant. If you thought the elephants we saw earlier were big, they don't even compare to this giant. Look at him coming right toward the vehicle.
Look at those tusks.
Look at that, you can see he's covered in mud. Notice all the dark coloration, and some of that mud is still wet. They'll do that to help keep themselves cool, regulating their body temperature. Look at him, just feasting away on those trees. You can see him using the trunk to just pull off clumps and shove them into his mouth. You just have to sit back and absorb how intimidating the size of that animal is. Now, it was cool to see the 3 subadults up there in the underbrush fighting, but this, oh man, it doesn't get any bigger than the Big Tusker. Okay, he's coming a little bit closer. We want the animal to just be curious with us. We don't want to do anything to make him want to come closer to the vehicle. Wow, he's giving you the field guide perfect pose right there where you can see the entire size of his body, those enormous front legs. Look at the size of those feet and that trunk. It's cool the way that it accordions down, grabs onto things, wraps around plants, and then can curve up and place all of those delicious tree branches. He's actually eating branches and leaves. Just shoves them right down into his mouth.
How much does that elephant weigh?
That elephant is probably close to 6 tons, I would say.
12,000 pounds?
Yep, that is about as big as it gets for an African elephant. I wish we had the elephants from earlier to compare to this guy, because I know on camera those look huge, but they don't even compare to the size that the Big Tusker is. I wish I could get into the frame a little bit better for scale. Here, let's see if I step down off the vehicle like this. Does that give you slightly better scale? Yeah. That's me outside of the vehicle, and you can see how enormous this elephant is. I would guess that at the arc of his shoulder right there, close to 13 feet in height. Now for scale, an NBA basketball hoop is 10 feet. So I would say LeBron James would even have trouble touching the back of that elephant. Wow.
Bull elephants can be incredibly unpredictable, and while they appear to be gentle giants, these massive creatures can move with incredible speed and power. Yet in this moment, I simply had to get closer. And while this was rather dangerous, keeping myself low to the ground and non-threatening should allow me to observe while barely being noticed.
Okay, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Okay, big boy. Okay.
Okay.
Good boy. Come on. Okay. Woo.
How's that for a grand finale? Traversing through the grasslands and finally getting the big Tusker up close for the cameras. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. Wow, that was close.
The big Tusker is without question the largest land animal I have ever laid eyes on. And while he is a dominant force to be reckoned with, this beautiful elephant is as calm and kind-natured as it gets. The healthy population of elephants that proudly roam the vast wild landscapes of Kariega Game Reserve are a perfect example of successful wildlife conservation. In the weeks the brave wilderness crew and I spent filming its thriving animal populations, I think we all garnered a new respect and appreciation for the work it takes to keep these species protected. If you would like to visit this magical place or get involved with one of its many conservation-based projects, go to their website so that you can learn how to make a difference in the preservation of these incredible animals. If you missed our first heart-racing elephant encounter, make sure to go back and watch as we found ourselves right in the middle of an elephant fight. And don't forget, subscribe, then click the notification bell so you can join me and the crew on our next wild adventure.